Oh God, I'm being smothered. There's something so bad feels so good. It'll still be a behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be on the load screen to be considered a behind the scenes. Damn, I love that picture. Shauna, I love you.
I didn't want it to start like having shit come and attack me because then I would feel like I have to pick up the controller and do something.
I cried when I got that picture.
Wow, my mind went really dark.
Why?
Because I was going to ask you, would you go catatonic if you lost that picture? Higher.
Possibly. I want to get another one of Mark Hamill so I can have them framed together.
That would be fun.
Shot of the drone.
And hopefully Mark Hamill doesn't die before you get it.
Well, he's still around doing stuff.
Well,
and
yeah,
he loves
he
conventions.
Gary was still around doing stuff and died.
Look, I am so surprised Harrison Ford didn't go first.
Yeah, me too.
Why?
The drugs probably preserved him, though.
Yeah. He's got really bad drug addiction. I mean, he manages pretty well, but have you ever seen him on like a late night talk show? He never goes to one sober.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, totally freaking out of it, man. Every time I've watched him on late night TV or whatever, he has really big trouble forming sentences and staying on topic. In fact, it's funny because I've often thought, as a director, working with him must be hell. They must do like 80 takes to get him just to do like certain words and then put it all together.
With who?
Harrison Ford?
80 takes?
Probably.
Why?
Because the guy has trouble focusing.
So what?
I just find it funny. I can just picture him on set being difficult to work with.
I can't.
What did you want to get us?
Mark Hamill. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Well, because then I'd have Batman and Joker. I've already got Harley Quinn's signature.
Yeah, you do have Harley's signature. Batman, Joker, Harley. Then you need Robin.
Yeah, but which Robin?
Get the hell out of here.
Good question. I say the Robin that looks like Robin.
If I go voice actor, I'll get Neil Patrick Harris. He was Nightwing in Under the Red Hood.
Was he?
Yes. But, no. If I go Red Hood, I'll get Troy Baker. Because he was Red Hood in Arkham Knight. Yeah. And then Nathan Drake, gotta get,
Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin, but Nolan North.
Nick Nolan. I want his signature.
Nick Nolan.
If that's the guy I'm thinking of. That might be his character name. Is Nick Nolan a real person?
Nick Nolte is.
Nick Nolte. That's not him.
He's the guy that sounds like this. Only with a much deeper baritone to the voice.
That's not who I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, Nick Nolte sounds very strained in the voice. Kind of like he's been smoking for a very long time.
Nick Nolan is a film score composer.
Ah. I've seen him. He kind of looks like, yeah, what has he been in? Or his brother looks like, he looks like Ray Liotta's brother.
Interesting.
What's your favorite scene Ray Liotta ever did, because I got one that's great. You gonna see what movies he was in?
Yeah.
Okay, well then try to top this. Ray Liotta was the prick cop.
Spell his name.
Ray Liotta?
R-A-Y.
Liotta. Anyway, he was the prick cop.
That guy?
Yes. He was the prick cop
Oh.
in the movie Hannibal. And he was the one that Hannibal cut his own skull open, fried up a piece of his brain, and then fed him his own brain. That was an intense fucking scene. He was in Goodfellas.
He was in Field of Dreams.
Ray Liotta's a good actor. Smoking Aces. That was a good movie. He was a cop. Oh yeah, he was in A Dame to Kill For. Remember?
Never saw that one.
No, but remember the original Sin City?
Yes.
The guy with the red sneakers who had the red Corvette convertible and was with the girls from downtown.
Kind of.
And he was transporting the cop to the tar pits.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that guy, Oliver. Anyway, that actor playing him was playing him at that point in time. But even in that story, they had referenced that he had just recently gotten a new face. So in A Dame to Kill For, he was played by Ray Liotta, and that was his original face. Cool, right?
That's funny.
Shit, what was that guy's name? He was in that movie, Shoot 'Em Up. Really good movie. Do you remember Shoot 'Em Up?
I didn't see that one either.
God damn. Shoot 'Em Up is one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen in my life. It's very Elmer Fudd Bugs Bunny. Basically, there's a main character who has a yellow skin condition because he eats a lot of carrots.
Nah.
Because you eat too many carrots, your skin can turn yellow.
Yep.
And he's sitting at a bus bench waiting for the bus when he witnesses a car crash and a woman pregnant screaming and running away while a guy steps out of the car with a gun. So he's like, fuck it. He throws out his coffee and he goes in and he beats the shit out of that guy, takes the gun, and then a whole SWAT team swarm trying to hit the woman. The woman then gives birth to a baby during all of this, dies, and now he's stuck with a baby wondering why are these people still after the baby and what do I do with it?
That's funny.
And the main bad guy is played by Paul Giamatti, who is very much the Elmer Fudd of the thing.
Nice.
He even jokes about the fact that he eats carrots, and he's like, "Oh, you're a wascally rabbit, aren't you?" But we never know his name, though. He never says his name, so everybody just calls him Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero.
Yeah. The movie's called Shoot 'Em Up. It's a great movie. But it's where I get one of my favorite limericks. Because Paul Giamatti said it to Mr. Hero. He said, "You know, this reminds me of a limerick. There once was a lady who was quite begat. She had 3 little children named At, Pat, and Tat. She claimed it was fun at the breeding, but found it was hard at the feeding when she saw there was no tit for tat." Which is a really good line.
That is a very good line.
Tit for tat, Mr. Hero, tit for tat. And Paul Giamatti's a great fucking actor. He's one of my favorites. The guy's a fucking chameleon. He's the kind of actor that is so distinguishable from everybody else that as soon as you see him, you're like, that's Paul Giamatti. But then his acting is so exquisite that he is 1.5 million different types of Paul Giamatti. In Shoot 'Em Up, he's kind of like the dedicated, intelligent psychotic. Even to the point of feeling up a dead woman's tit just so that he could come to the conclusion that she's leaking milk. And when he smells it, he thinks the baby needs to feed. Find every wet nurse on the city on tap. Any prostitute that's producing milk. Which was a good way to find the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were trying to stay low, you'd find a wet nurse.
Yep.
You wouldn't go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So he was a really intelligent but psychotic weird fucker. And you could tell from the way he was touching the tit, he got off on it. She was dead. A really funny gag, though, throughout the movie is his wife keeps calling him, saying, when are you going to be home? It's your son's birthday. When are you coming home? And the party's in like 4 days, and he's like, I'll be on the next flight out, honey. I just got to finish a little bit of business.
It all takes place in one night, I take it?
No, the whole thing takes place over a few days.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a really good movie. I don't think I brought it with me because there was only one copy and I would have left it to my dad. I wonder if I did. That became music. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Clive Owen. Wow, as soon as I saw his face, I remembered his name. It's not even on here.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we at?
I think that's a good behind the scenes.